Did you know that every year over 1,000 people go missing in national parks across the United States, and many of these cases remain unsolved? Among the towering trees of the Pacific Northwest, a mystery unfolded that would baffle investigators for decades. In 1950, a young boy named Dennis Martin vanished during a family camping trip in the Great Smoky Mountains. What began as a joyful outing quickly turned into a desperate search, igniting a series of events that would leave a mark on the community and spark countless theories. Dennis was just 6 years old, full of life and curiosity. On that fateful day, he and his family were enjoying a picnic near the campsite, laughing and playing. As the adults chatted, Dennis and his brother decided to play a game of hide and seek. With a mischievous grin, Dennis darted into the thick underbrush, thinking he could outsmart his brother. But when his brother called out for him, there was no response. Panic set in as the minutes turned into hours. The family searched frantically, calling his name, but the only sound that echoed back was the rustling of leaves. As dusk fell, they alerted the park rangers, who quickly mobilized a search party. What followed was one of the largest search efforts in the history of the national park system, involving hundreds of volunteers, helicopters, and even tracking dogs. Days turned into weeks, and despite the extensive search, there was no sign of Dennis. The terrain was rugged, and the dense forest seemed to swallow any trace of the little boy. The searchers found clues, a small piece of clothing, a footprint, but nothing that could lead them to him. The case took a turn when a local man claimed to have seen a child matching Dennis's description being led away by a strange figure. This revelation sent shockwaves through the community, igniting theories of abduction and foul play. As the years passed, the case grew colder, but the legend of Dennis Martin only deepened. Some believed he had fallen victim to a wild animal, while others speculated he had wandered into a hidden cave or even crossed into another dimension. The stories morphed into folklore, with locals whispering about the missing Phra Mon Wen phenomenon, an eerie pattern of disappearances in national parks that seemed to defy explanation. But amidst the darkness of uncertainty, there emerged a glimmer of hope. In 2009, a group of amateur investigators, inspired by Dennis's story, decided to take matters into their own hands. They formed a team dedicated to uncovering the truth behind unsolved disappearances in national parks. Armed with modern technology and a passion for justice, they scoured the wilderness, interviewing witnesses and analysing old case files. Their efforts led them to a breakthrough. They discovered that many of the missing persons cases shared common threads: unusual weather patterns, strange animal behaviour, and even reports of mysterious lights in the sky. The team began to connect the dots, piecing together a narrative that suggested something far more complex than mere coincidence. As they delved deeper, they uncovered a network of individuals who had experienced similar encounters in the wilderness. These stories, often dismissed as mere coincidence, began to paint a picture of a hidden world, one that existed just beyond the veil of our understanding. The investigators realised that the key to solving these mysteries lay not just in the physical evidence, but in the shared experiences of those who had ventured into the unknown. The climax of their journey came when they organised a large-scale expedition to the very area where Dennis had disappeared. With a mix of seasoned hikers and curious newcomers, they set out to retrace his steps, armed with the knowledge they had gathered over the years. As they hiked deeper into the forest, the atmosphere shifted. The air grew thick with anticipation, and the trees seemed to whisper secrets of the past. On the third day of their expedition, they stumbled upon a clearing that felt eerily familiar. It was here that they found remnants of a campsite, long abandoned but still holding echoes of laughter and joy. Among the debris, they discovered a small, weathered toy, a faded red truck that matched the one Dennis had been playing with the day he vanished. The discovery sent chills down their spines. Could this be a sign? Had they finally found a clue that would lead them to the truth? The team gathered around, sharing stories of their own experiences in the wilderness, each one adding to the tapestry of mystery that surrounded Dennis's disappearance. As they sat in the clearing, a sense of unity washed over them. They were not just searching for answers, they were honouring the spirit of a little boy who had captured the hearts of many. The expedition became a celebration of resilience, a testament to the human spirit's unwavering quest for truth and connection. Though they did not find Dennis that day, they left the forest with something far more profound, a renewed sense of purpose. They understood that the mysteries of the wilderness were not just about the missing. They were about the stories that bind us together, the shared experiences that transcend time and space. In the years that followed, the team continued their work, advocating for better safety measures in national parks and raising awareness about the importance of preserving these natural spaces. They became a voice for the voiceless, ensuring that the stories of those who had vanished would not be forgotten. The case of Dennis Martin remains unsolved, a haunting reminder of the unknown that lurks in the shadows of our world. Yet, it also serves as a beacon of hope, a call to action for those who dare to venture into the wild. As we reflect on the enigma of Dennis's disappearance, we are reminded that every unsolved case carries with it the weight of human emotion, the love of family, the longing for closure, and the unyielding desire to uncover the truth. In the end, the wilderness is not just a backdrop for these stories. It is a living entity, a keeper of secrets that challenges us to confront our fears and embrace the unknown. The search for answers may be fraught with uncertainty, but it is also a journey of discovery, one that reveals the best of human nature, the courage to seek, the strength to endure, and the hope that binds us all. And as we ponder the fate of Dennis Martin, we are left with a haunting thought. Perhaps the greatest mystery of all is not what happened to him, but what we are willing to do to ensure that no one else is lost in the shadows of the wilderness.